Hello everyone, and welcome to Downhaven Entertainment. Today we will be reviewing Wreck-It Ralph. So before I start this review, let me just say I typically don't watch kids movies, mainly because kids entertainment these days goes something like this. Therefore we have demons spawn such as this. Yeah, anyway, what drew me into this movie was all of those video game references in the trailer. Now, I've never been a huge video gamer, especially in my childhood, but I remember seeing people playing those games and people speaking of them, and that's how I know about them. Though, I'm pretty sure it's the same with a lot of folks. But anyway, it was a cool idea to have these video game characters interact in one universe. So I was curious to see how this movie played out. But enough of that, let's get into the movie. The movie is voice acted by John C. Reilly as Wreck-It Ralph, Sarah Silverman as Vanellope Von Sweets, Jack McBrayer as Fix-It Felix, and Jane Lynch as Sergeant Calhoun. Now let's talk about what worked for the movie. The script. This movie was written very well. This movie could have been a nonsense mess of goofiness on the silver screen for about 70 minutes, but it wasn't. Though the characters aren't real, they had depth and was three-dimensional. There were some points in this movie where I felt for these characters and their motivations were valid and pushed the story forward, so I was never bored or careless with these characters, and the humor was nicely placed. Not that all of the jokes landed for me, but the kids would laugh at it. To me, the Laffy Taffy scene was hilarious. It also didn't just throw all of these video game references at you hoping to mask a poorly written movie. No, it was a script that was written very well and had video game references in it to make it even more fun and entertaining to watch. The look of the movie. This movie was gorgeous. The colors were bright and vibrant, the 3D was great, and it wasn't this in-your-face 3D with stuff coming out at you as if it was put in there intentionally. Like, ooh, look at my hand, it's coming right at you, look out, ah. No, it was used more to create more depth in the visuals so that you feel more immersed in this world. It knew what it wanted to be. This is a family movie. I think family movies shouldn't have any sex jokes, cursing, or anything of that nature. When family movies do that, it just makes it more uncomfortable for the family, I think. It's like watching a sex scene with your mom or dad next to you. Next thing you know, your kids are like,
get the out my house before I shoot him in the ass, right? Get the out my house. I'm gonna shoot you. I'm gonna shoot you. I'm gonna shoot you. Get out my house. Who you think? Oh my God! Oh my God!
Yeah. And lastly, what worked for me was two things. First being the twist. Usually in a movie, either I know the twist because of standard cliche movies, or I don't because of nonsense motivations. But the twist in this movie was valid and made sense, and to me was surprising. Also, the ending was well done. It ended on an emotional note instead of an obvious joke it could have done. So the movie did stick with me after I left and was the icing on the cake. Now let's talk about what didn't work. Rihanna's song, Shut Up and Drive. So overall, I absolutely love this movie. It was a blast. If you're a huge gamer, especially at the time of the past, I think feel-good nostalgia will set in, making this movie feel that much more fun. It was a family movie that I think the whole family can actually enjoy, and it sends a good message to kids about acceptance and friendship. And parents can even talk to their kiddies about it. I mean, why not? And I certainly think this movie is better than all of these kid movies that tell kids if you beat up, torture, and annoy grown-ups, they'll eventually love you and accept you. This movie had a great story, depth, characters, 3D, direction, values, all the great stuff. And it's not a remake, reboot, reimagining, sequel, or adaptation. It's a self-contained story, and it bumped up a notch in my grade book. So of course, with all the praise I'm giving this movie, I give it a solid A+.